This video is made possible by SILENTX Energy. Stay tuned to see how you can save while buying an all-new energy drink. With the F1 season less than a week away, it's time to do some predictions. Last year's predictions didn't really go all to plan, so let's go team by team, in no particular order, and predict who will come P2 behind Lewis Hamilton, shall we?
The truth.
My first prediction is Mercedes will win the Constructors' Championship and Lewis will win the Drivers' Championship. I know Red Bull looked like the team to beat in preseason testing, but we've seen this in the past. Basically, every single year before 2020, Ferrari were the fastest in testing, and we all know how that ended. Hamilton still has the pace to win a championship, and he for sure wants to beat Schumacher and win 8 championships. And yes, I know, Valtteri Bottas isn't the greatest driver, but with people saying that he might get replaced by Russell, there's literally no point in dropping Valtteri. As long as he gets wins and podiums and helps get P1 in the Constructors' Championship, they're not dropping him anytime soon. Alpha Tauri had their best season to date last year, including a win by Pierre Gasly in Monza. And now, in my opinion, a better driver lineup consisting of Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly, I do think they'll have an even better season and get on the podium. With Tsunoda's pace in the last day of testing, I do think they'll even challenge for P4 in the Constructors' title. And with this lineup, I think Pierre will beat Yuki Tsunoda in the Drivers' Championship. Racing Point last year grabbed P4 in the Constructors' title and challenged for P3 with McLaren. The now Aston Martin team, I believe, will actually struggle this year. The car just doesn't seem as quick as it was last year, and with an arguably weaker lineup of Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll, I don't think they'll do great. And I don't think they'll get onto the podium actually. I actually think they'll have a 4-way battle between Renault, AlphaTauri, and Ferrari for P4 and 5 in the Constructors' Championship. And with this lineup, I think that Stroll will beat Vettel, but by barely anything. McLaren had an amazing season last year and got P3 in the Constructors' title and grabbing 2 podiums, including Lando Norris's maiden podium. Now Sainz is out and the honey badger himself, Daniel Ricciardo, is now on the team, and he's going to bring some excellent pace and experience in the team, and I definitely see him being a good sort of mentor to Lando Norris. What we've seen in preseason testing with the car I think will be much better and will be on road to P3, and not much challenge from any other team. And I see them getting at least 2 podiums through the season. And with a switch from Renault power to Mercedes power, their car will be quicker than before, with both drivers saying that the car was better than last year. I can only imagine the success they'll find in 2021. In this driver battle, I actually see Lando Norris beating Daniel Ricciardo, solely because Lando has more experience in the team and the car, but they'll be very closely matched just like the Aston Martin pair. With an absolutely horrible season last year led by Walmart Harry Potter, Ferrari want to bounce back from their lows in 2020. Although their car looks like a type of candy you get on holiday and just cry, the car seems relatively quick. And the addition of Carlos Sainz to the team seems like a good pairing for Charles Leclerc. While I don't think they'll be challenging for wins with a knockoff Christmas tree, I do think that Charles can absolutely outdrive the car and challenge for podiums from time to time, just like he did in 2020. I do think Carlos would be up there with Charles, but I don't think he'll be exactly fighting for podiums, but I think he could be fighting for top 6 finishes. In this pairing, I see the Monegasque beating Sainz. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. It's completely free and it does help me out and lets me know you're enjoying the videos. With a decent season last year with both George Russell and Nicholas Latifi getting into Q2, and even though they didn't score a single point, Williams definitely improved from their abysmal 2019 season, and I can see Williams improving even more from last year and getting up there with Alfa Romeo and occasionally challenging for the low points of P10 to P8. Nicholas Latifi last year wasn't the best driver on the grid, but he definitely showed that he had some pace, and I do believe he'll score his first F1 points next year. In this lineup, I see Russell winning the battle, but Latifi does seem to have a little bit better pace in races than Russell do, so it might be close. With arguably their worst season to date, Haas want to forget their disappointing 2020 season, and scoring only a handful of points. With Haas literally saying they basically gave up on their 2021 car and setting all their focus on 2022, Haas will struggle from the off. And with a seemingly weaker driver lineup of rookies Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin, Haas will not be contending for points this season, only if there's a race like Austria last year. I believe they'll be fighting at the back with Alfa Romeo and Williams, and with Haas coming out last in the Constructors' Championship. But in this lineup, I think Mick will come out on top, but Schumacher has a reputation of being slow to get used to cars, and I think that might close it up a bit. With their car absolutely decked out in Russian flags and sponsors, the recent injection of cash into the team is going to be really helpful for the 2022 development, and they just need to watch out and not be sponsored by William Story's energy drink company. And talking about being sponsored by energy drink companies, this video is made possible by SILENTX Energy. Seamless right there. Unlike Rich Energy, SILENTX Energy is an actual energy drink company for racers by racers. They're an upcoming energy drink company who you might recognize from their sister company SILENTX Designs. You can head over to www.silentexenergy.com and use my code UPSHIFT for 10% off. That is www.silentexenergy.com and use my code UPSHIFT for 10% off. Now, back to my predictions. The Red Bulls looked like the team to beat in preseason testing, and both drivers looked like they had control over the car, which is something we haven't seen in recent years because the Red Bull has always looked like very skittish and very unpredictable. Sergio Perez was added in place of Alex Albon, and the Mexican is a better pairing for the Flying Dutchman. And with Perez already proven podium finisher, I see Red Bull has a bright 2021 ahead of them, unless the curse of the second Red Bull seat befalls Perez. In this lineup, I see the Dutchman of Max Verstappen beating Perez, due to Max's experience in Red Bull and his overall talent. With Daniel Ricciardo leaving the team at the end of last year and their addition of Fernando Alonso, Alpine looked like the closest team to take the fight to McLaren in the midfield battle. And this team isn't just a rebranded Renault team. With their new management style without a team principal and an interesting lineup of youth and experience, Alpine looks set to challenge for podiums from time to time. Their lineup of Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso looks actually decent, but Alonso has been out of F1 for 2 years, so how will he get on and get back into the groove of Formula 1? In this lineup, I see Ocon beating Eyebrow Man because Alonso hasn't been in Formula 1 for 2 years and has never driven the Alpine car in a race situation. Ocon has. Alfa Romeo go into their third season with the pair of Kimi Räikkönen and Antonio Giovinazzi, with the pair looking comfortable with their 2021 Challenger. The car didn't look like the fastest car out there, but both drivers reassured that this year's car was stronger than last year's. Kimi Räikkönen goes into his 20th year in Formula 1 and is regularly outpacing Italian Jesus, but Giovinazzi believes he has improved and will be closely matched to his teammate in 2021. In this lineup, Kimi I think will win. He just regularly outpaces Jesus, and I believe that he will come out on top. So that's all teams. Let's just rapid fire some random predictions. Picasso gets first Ferrari podium, Yuki will get a podium, at least one driver will be replaced due to COVID, Lance Stroll will win a race, Sergio will struggle in the opening rounds and then greatly improve in the later stages of the season, McLaren will win a Grand Prix, Bottas will win more than one race. That's it. And now we'll move on to the Drivers and Constructors Championship, shall we? I think Hamilton will win the championship, followed by Max Verstappen, then Bottas, then Lando, then Perez, then Ricciardo, Ocon, Charles Leclerc, Alonso, Stroll, Vettel, Sainz, Gasly, Yuki, Russell, Kimi, Latifi, Antonio, Schumacher, and then Mazepin. For constructors, I think it will be Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren, Alpine, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Alfa Tauri, Williams, Alfa Romeo, and then finally Haas. So there are all my predictions. What are some of your guys' predictions? Leave a comment down below and make sure to subscribe, and make sure to grab yourself some SILENTX Energy using code UPSHIFT. And if you enjoyed, please subscribe. Bye bye.